What's up, everybody, and welcome in to the Browns Report by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Joey O'Donohue, and we're fired up once again today on the Browns Report, coming off a big dub against Philly. But what's the storyline in Dillon Gabriel's first start? We're going to talk about it. Did Gabriel throw shade at Shedeur postgame? I think it's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I'll show you the quote, and we'll get into it. Also, my biggest winners and losers for the Browns after their big win, 22-13, over the Eagles. We'll talk about who benefited the most for Cleveland in the game, and also who were the losers on our winning team. But before we get into any of that, y'all, we're on a push to 50,000 subscribers. So go ahead and make sure you smash that subscribe button. 49,589 subs at the moment. We're only just over 400 away to the big 50K, y'all. Go ahead, smash that sub button. We appreciate all y'all tuning in. And you'll get the best Browns news, best Browns content on YouTube if you just drop a sub. Let's get into Dillon Gabriel's quote now. Here's what he said on the field afterwards. It's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors. And I understand that. But my job is to compete. And that's what I'm focused on doing. Interesting. Well, who you calling entertainer, Gabriel? He later then said he was calling the media entertainers. Really? No, I kind of believe him, all right? Like, if you listen to the quote, if you actually listen to it, it doesn't sound as it reads, right? So you saw the direct quote. He said there's entertainers and there's competitors, and everyone on Twitter freaked out. They said, he's calling Shedeur an entertainer, and he said he's out there to compete. But imagine if he actually said that and meant that. I don't think Gabriel's that kind of guy. There's no way he just went out there, threw a pick six, fumbled the football, and then said on the field that he's a competitor and Shedeur's an entertainer. There's no way. There's no way. Shedeur played better than him in game one as compared to Gabriel's performance just Saturday in game two. So I kind of believe him. I don't think there's anything ill. There's no ill intent here. I think he genuinely, like I said, if you listen to it, I think he genuinely was talking about the media. And if he wasn't, then screw him. Get him off the team. No, I kind of believe him. I don't think Gabriel is that kind of dude. I think he genuinely is a team guy. As he said, there's a heated battle in the Browns quarterback room right now. And that's why it's going to be the story. It's one of the most intense, intriguing battles in all of the NFL right now. I mean, you've got 4 guys competing for a starting quarterback job. 2 of them are rookies. So I do kind of believe Gabriel. I don't think there was any malicious intent with his quote. Just kind of funny he used the word entertainer and competitor. Let's get into my winners, though. Number 1 for Cleveland, KJ Henry. What did he do? Big pick six. Big turning point. The Browns were down, and KJ Henry, great ball tracking skills. It's a plus for Cleveland's defense. He went flying into the end zone for 6. Look at him celebrating. KJ Henry came up with the big play. It's promising to see Cleveland linebackers making plays like this because we're all devastated. We don't have JOK for the year. But to see Henry make a play like that was fantastic. And guess who he made the play on, y'all? Quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Remember him? Comment if you remember DTR in Cleveland. He had some hype out of UCLA. We thought he was going to be pretty decent, but unfortunately he was not good as a starter for the Browns at all or when he got in games. Awful completion percentage. Bad quarterback rating. Now he's in Philly, throwing touchdowns to Cleveland, everybody. Get hyped up for KJ Henry. My next winner, wide receiver, Gage Larvadain. Larvadain had a lot of good usage, not only in training camp, but in the preseason games. Larvadain, 3 catches on the day, 43 yards. And he was also back there fielding punts. Averaged over 7 yards per return on his punt returns. So he's being used in many different ways. Remember, he's a UDFA, and that Browns wide receiver room is kind of crowded. We know Judy's the 1. Tillman, I love as the 2. Who's going to be the 3? Well, Cleveland got Isaiah Bond. Maybe he'll be in the mix. Caden Davis caught a couple touchdowns in week 1. And Larvadain, who had a decent day, is a winner for me. As I said, 43 yards, one of the top receivers of the day. Made Gabriel feel a little more comfortable. Also 7 targets. That's really the big thing, is that he was the leader in targets for Cleveland in this game. So who did Gabriel want to look for more than anybody else? Gage Larvadain. Even at a 26-yard pop, which I'm excited about, and you should be too, Browns fan. Hopefully he can make an impact this season. My final winner. How about a kicker? Szmyt. Who? Folks, you know Dustin Hopkins is the kicker. Well, last week Hopkins missed a PAT. This week he made a field goal, but it was dangerously close to going wide. So coach said, Szmyt, you're in. And the kid went out there, nailed 2 field goals. It's an interesting story, Szmyt. 6 foot, 200 from Syracuse, signed by Cleveland about over a month ago. And what a story it would be if he could make an impact for the Browns this season. He was an undrafted free agent in 2023, signed by the Bears, didn't really get to do much, even went and played in the UFL in 2024, in the back half of that year. So what a story that would be if he got picked up by Cleveland. He didn't really get to see any action in the NFL. If he could make an impact, that would be nice. And I think a little kicker competition is good for Cleveland. Browns fans, y'all know we've been a part of some heartbreaking losses, and that's been because of some bad kicks. We've missed some field goals. We've had some blocked. We need a bona fide kicker in Cleveland. So I think bringing in a guy like Szmyt and giving him reps is good. And at the very least, if he's not as good as Hopkins, at the very least, it's motivating Hopkins. Say, hey, your job's not a sure thing, right? It seemed like you might have been the only kicker on the roster. Well, they go out, they pick up Szmyt. Let's get a little battle going because Cleveland's going to need a good kicker if they want to win football games. But I want to know y'all's opinion in the comments. Who is the Browns' biggest winner after today's win against the Eagles? Sound off. Let me know what you think. Y'all saw my list. I want to know who you thought was good. Maybe you liked Pierre Strong Jr., who had more yards rushing than anyone else. Let me know. But when there's winners, there's also losers. Let's get into my losers. And I know everybody just went back and said, jaw drop, he's got Dillon Gabriel as the first loser on the list. That's right. I had to do it. I had to do it, y'all. Nothing against the kid. But the turnovers hurt me. It was a little discouraging. Listen, the completion percentage, not bad. He was 13 of 18. I can live with that. 143 yards. Had slightly more yards than Shedeur Sanders did in week 1, but those are essentially equal. The kicker is 0 touchdowns, a pick 6, and a fumble. Now, we can give the kid a break for some of this, right? It did look like, after further review, the pick 6 was a little miscommunication with the tight end and the wide receiver. The throw wasn't great, though. It went literally right in Makuba's chest and back the other way to the house for pick 6. So I wasn't wowed by Gabriel's performance. I won't roast him too much. Like, I do think there were positives. The first drive he went out there, he led Cleveland down the field, methodically, completed passes. It was good to see. Then came the turnovers, and I just wasn't, impressed as impressed as I was with Shedeur, right? You go back to Shedeur's week 1 performance, his debut, 14-23, 138 yards, but the 2 touchdowns, no turnovers is the difference. And those 2 touchdowns were phenomenal, y'all. Absolute dimes, deep throws to the end zone. We didn't see Gabriel take many shots. It was a lot of quick, easy passes, short completions, right? As I said, I wasn't wowed. I didn't get out of my chair for it. Shedeur's, I was ecstatic. I was elated on this channel, and we should be hyped because we're likely going to see Shedeur play the Rams next Saturday. A little more Sanders action would be great. We love 12 on the channel. But you look at the Browns' depth chart right now, it's still a little open. And coming into this week, Cleveland kept their depth chart the same. Flacco 1, Pickett 2, Gabriel 3, Sanders 4. And Gabriel's backup, essentially, on the unofficial depth chart, balled out against Carolina. So the pressure was on you, Gabriel, to go out there and do better. But he didn't. Those are the facts. Those are the stats. That Shedeur looked way better on the eye test, had better stats, had more touchdowns. So I can't knock Gabriel too much because, look, preseason game, there were some miscues, right? Like the fumble went down as Gabriel's fumble, but it was a bit of a mistake on Pierre Strong's part as well. But overall, it was Gabriel's time to shine, and I think Sanders will jump him in the depth chart eventually. My next loser, Trayveon Williams. And we'll do these two back-to-back here because Mr. Williams just barely got any action, right? Like, against the Panthers, he got snaps. He got carries. He didn't really do much today. And it's starting to become clear that the Browns' running back room is getting too full. My third loser, as a result, is Toa Taua, another guy we saw get plenty of carries, or at least a little more action against Carolina. But now, because Cleveland is likely going to bring in Quinshon Judkins, Jerome Ford's the one. They even have Dylan Sampson, the great rookie out of Tennessee. And then the only running back that actually did stuff today in a way, was Pierre Strong Jr., who had about 90 yards, 89 on the ground. So that's why I have the two running backs as back-to-back losers, because they were seeing action. It looked like Cleveland was testing things out to get more running backs in the mix. But now that Judkins is back, it seems like all the running backs that were getting preseason action are on the loser list, and we won't really get to see them too much. If you're excited that Cleveland Browns football is back, ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead, smash that like button. It was an electric watch party on Saturday, and we're going to have more of those all season long to get hyped, break down Cleveland Browns players, news, everything here on the channel. So please go ahead, smash that like button on today's video. We got you covered. And go ahead, drop me a follow as well on X at Joey070. I want to interact with you guys, chat, reply, whatever you want to do. Go ahead, drop me a follow. I post up there too. And we'll see you next time here on the Browns Report.